Welcome back to the Noni M podcast. So today I also want us to talk about um accused number three in this video. We're gonna talk about accused number three. So today marks another major turning point in the Senzo Meira trial. After weeks, in fact, after months, not even weeks, after months of hearing the defense case of accused number two, Bongani Danzi, the courtroom now has shifted its attention to accused number three, Mtobisi Prince Mngube. This isn't just another witness. This is an entirely new chapter when it comes to the Senzo Meyiwa case. Every accused person has the constitutional right to present an independent defense. And so now we are waiting for this coming Monday to hear the proceedings that are going to start with accused number three's case. And we will see if those proceedings will reveal whether Mnube's version strengthens the overall defense case or introduces new question for the court. So let's unpack everything when it comes to all of that. Now, remember, the state already presented all its witnesses. It has already placed its evidence before Judge Rata Mokwatleng. Now the defense is taking its turn. That is why we are having accused 1, 2, now it's 3's turn. The burden of proving guilt beyond a reasonable doubt still rests with the prosecution. The defense has or does not have to prove innocence. Instead, it seeks to demonstrate that the state evidence leaves room for reasonable doubt. And that's a legal principle, and it is very critical to understanding what unfolds from this point onwards. Okay, so why the defense of accused number three matters. Throughout this trial, much attention has focused on confessions, evidence, police investigations, forensic evidence, cell phone records, and witness testimony. Now, the court will hear how those issues apply specifically to Mncube. His legal team has the opportunity to challenge every aspect of the state's case that implicates him. Will they argue mistaken identity? That is something that we look forward to because it's something that has become very significant. Will they challenge the reliability of police investigation? Of course, I think that is one of the things that they are going to challenge because what do you mean you investigated and this is what you came up with? Will they attack forensic evidence? This is one of the most important ones. I believe they will attack because they do have evidence to attack it, and it needs to make sense. Why did Mangena do the findings? Why is he having the findings that he has? While accused number three was incarcerated with this same firearm and it was tested against the Senzo Meyiwa case before and it never tested positive. Why is it testing positive to him now? So those are the questions that they are going to be dealing with. And this is going to be one interesting week that we are going to start a Monday when it comes to Senzo Meyiwa case. One of the most fascinating aspects of this trial is that each accused is represented separately. Although their interests sometimes overlap, each defense team has its own strategy. That means Mnube's case could differ significantly from what we've already heard. His evidence could reinforce parts of Ndanzi's testimony or it could introduce completely different arguments. That uncertainty makes Monday's proceedings particularly important because we are looking forward. Now, what I think we must all be watching for is the several key issues that deserves close attention according to me. Did the defense call witness before Mncube testify? No, they did not. Mncube will testify personally, and we are also need we are also going to make sure we take a closer look at how the state is going to behave, their objections and whatsoever. Those are the other issues. And I believe Uguti Baloyi is the one that is going to do a cross-examination at this stage. Will previous evidence be challenged again? I believe so. What do you think? Because I believe Umnube is going to challenge almost everything that was put against him. Now, the documented evidence is going to emerge. There is evidence that is going to emerge from Dave. Dave is going to tell us a lot of things when it comes to the case of accused number three. I think he is going to come tell us a lot of things because who he will be challenging who's this guy, Umangena. So every answer has the potential to influence how the court evaluates the evidence. The importance of cross-examination also is something that we need to look after. What is Ramsipele going to do? What is who's this? Nxumalo going to ask, Mshololo, and then Ubaloyi. Those are the issues. One of the biggest moments is likely to come from during or can you come during cross-examination. That's where the prosecution will test the credibility of every evidence that Mncube is going to give, and they are going to clarify disputed facts and strengthen their existing evidence. But we are going to see how all of that is going to unfold because at this stage, wow, it's something to look forward to. And now the biggest picture in all of this is that one reality remains unchanged. South Africans are still waiting for justice in the matter of Senzo Meyiwa. Years have passed, evidence have been challenged, witnesses have been tested. Now another defense case begins. Every new witness, every document, every answer could influence the final judgment of Judge Rata Mokgwatleng. So Monday's proceedings marks the beginning of another critical phase. The defense of accused number three will officially begin. Whether it changes the direction of the trial remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, me, Noni M Podcast, I'm going to be there watching for you and analyze it for you. I don't know about you, but this is one of those moments where I feel like, Baloyi, you have a lot to answer to. But get time will tell. What are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? Let's talk quick comment section. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your views. Do you think, in fact, there is also the issue of a gold tooth, mistaken identity, the firearm issue, and then there is also the description of the so-called intruders. The features are also important. There is also the features that are important. I don't know what else do you think I am missing. Okay, I'm forgetting to add in the issues that they need to challenge. But there's a lot of things that I feel Umncube has to challenge when it comes to the Senzo Meyiwa case because Sana, it's a lot. Oh, it's a lot, Sana Lam, it's a lot. And at this point, Umnisi has a cross to bear, and it's going to be one of those interesting weeks where I think most people do not want to be disturbed when this week comes because Sana. Anyway, when now where you are, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling about the situation? Do you think Umncube is going to present a case that is going to justify Urata acquitting them, or do you think Umncube? I don't know, but according to the evidence, the other issue is the cell phone evidence. The cell phone evidence of Umncube tells a different story that Umncube was never at the crime scene. The cell phone evidence of Umncube tells a story of Umncube not being at the crime scene. So it's quite interesting how Baloyi is going to navigate all of this. But get time will tell. And then Dave is going to give a testimony. I'm sure Mhlambi after Mncube, it's going to be Dave that is going to come and tell us what's going on there. What are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? Comment section, respectfully, please. Thank you so much. And I will see you on our next video. Do enjoy your day. Bye bye.